This is the second part of the series. Previous part is in the pin comment. Please check it out after this video. The story continues. Miko was riding the bus when she started to feel uneasy and heard teenagers chatting on repeat. She looked around but no one was talking. And then a ghost with 4 heads wrapped itself around her seat. She tried not to react. But when she arrived at her destination, she was unable to press the stop button because of the ghost, and after it left, she started sobbing. Later, she was in a restaurant when a man across the table noticed her. However, she was actually staring at the ghost standing beside him, which appeared to be an obsessive girlfriend. The ghost was whispering her love to him, and even licked his face with her tongue. When he started staring at Miko, the ghost lady rushed over and said, "You can't have him." To avoid her wrath, Miko started watching wrestling on her phone, and started to pretend to love big macho guys, who were the exact opposite of the man in the restaurant. The ghost went relieved that her boyfriend was not Miko's type. But, as Hannah enters the restaurant, the man approaches Miko and attempts to ask for her phone number. However, Miko wisely declines and the guy's current girlfriend shows up for their date. She's also followed by many male ghosts. Miko say that they deserve each other. Hannah and Miko then go and purchase prayer beads in the market, and Miko gives Hannah a pair to protect her from ghosts. On their way to get butt buns, a soft and squishy desert, Miko and Hannah pass through an alley filled with ghosts, initially cautious when she sees that the ghosts made way for Hannah as she passed through. Miko thought that the prayer beads must have been working. That's when a giant ghost with a neck chain showed up. With a single word he broke the prayer beads. Hannah noticed that something was wrong and turned to help, but Miko got her to stop and ended up walking right through the ghost to meet Hannah. However, Hannah's doll had fallen and was now at the feet of this giant ghost, so Miko ended up going into the ghost again to fetch it. This made her greatly uncomfortable, and of course it didn't help that the ghost began to follow them. Miko lead Hannah to search for a stronger set. They arrived at a mysterious godmother's store. The godmother realizes that Miko can see ghosts and quietly applauds her bravery for remaining calm and composed, before giving her the most strong bracelet that she have. This one has a shimmering aura but shatters instantly in the presence of the powerful ghost trailing the pair. However, it turns out that the giant ghost had now stopped following them for whatever reason. The following morning, Miko's brother Kyusu shows up in her room to wake her up. Having noticed her moaning during her sleep, he asks if she had a wet dream, unaware of the strange nightmares she's been having. Incensed, she immediately kicks him out. Later, Miko and her friend go to the supermarket to get drinks. Miko is about to pay when she sees a tall ghost by the counter which is automatically calculating the tax for her purchases. Bewildered, she buys some other things to ignore the ghost before heading to the library. Her brother meanwhile has consulted with his friends and concludes that Miko might have a boyfriend. He thinks his sister might be in an abusive relationship, and follows her throughout the day. Miko finds a book about the supernatural, but as she notices a strange ghost on the bookshelf, she quickly puts it away, and hurries off. Enter Kyusuke, who arrives wondering what his sister was reading. It turns out that there are other words starts with S is also in the shelf, and books about how to engage in railing are right below the supernatural. Thus Kyusu becomes even more certain of his suspicions. As Miko takes a bath, a ghost appears from the tub, and sits in the corner of the bathroom, and she begins to freak out. She is about to escape, when Kyusu enters pretending to want to bathe with her in order to make sure that she doesn't have a hickey. When he sees she doesn't, he quickly turns to leave. He's embarrassed at what happened, but to his surprise Miko tells him that she'll wash his back, in order to have some company and not be alone. Later they watch a ghostly TV show, but Miko sees actual ghosts beginning to appear on the screen. So she gets up and goes to the vending machine to buy some drinks. When she inserts a coin, her hand slips and the coin falls down. She bends down to find it, only to see a tiny old ghost scamper off. Miko finds it cute and decides to chase after it, dropping another coin in its direction. However, as she enters the alley, she sees that the tiny old ghost is actually part of a large old man ghost, which is eyeing her. Looning over her coin, Miko follows it, and tries to keep a poker face to pick up the coin. But when she gets close, nearly freaking out at the sight, a crow snatches it away, and Miko sighs in relief as she pretends to chase it. When she gets home, her brother asks her if she brought the drink, and she just tells him that her money got stolen. This once again affirms his belief that she has a boyfriend. The next day, Miko tries to eat breakfast with her family. When she sees a large ghost around them, it licks her food and she excuses herself from the dining room, saying she is not hungry. As Miko is about to go, she stops and returns to put some pudding at her recently deceased father's altar. It turns out that her father is actually a ghost and their unreconciled differences is what's been anchoring him. There is a small yet heartfelt moment. Miko's father apologizes for eating her pudding last year and Miko begins to cry. So with that, this video ends here. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.